Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Weekly Tall Talk. This is a special episode, not for any of the reasons of the normal three hosts, but we have a special guest today. One of my favorite people.
Ooh.
Welcome, Jimmy.
Welcome, Jimmy.
How are you doing today,
James?
sir?
Jimmy Dean.
I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me, guys. Long-time listener, first-time appearance.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. One of many, hopefully.
Yes.
Since the beginning, man.
Exciting.
Day one.
Absolutely. Day one, the creation was born with Jimmy overwatching.
No, I'm doing very well. How you doing, Tyler?
Oh,
I've been sick these past couple of weeks, but I'm trying to get over it. So yeah, hopefully we'll get over. Hopefully I'll get over it quick, and we can move on and off to good things. What about you, Corey?
and the willingness to recover, the God.
Yeah, I hope you feel better soon. Thanks for joining us, Tyler. We didn't. We knew you were feeling under the weather, so we appreciate the energy you're putting out today.
That's all right, man.
Well, you too, Corey.
Yeah,
You've
Corey.
been sick also.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm recovering. Like they said, I was sick for a while too with a mild flu and cough, but I'm feeling a lot better today. Still a little bit, just a small bit of a tickle in my throat, but other than that, I think I'm ready to record another episode of the Weekly Tall Talk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You're in the right spot then.
Oh, okay, good.
Perfect.
All right, James, take it away. No, we're going to do something a little bit different. Today. Normally, James, as a longtime listener, you're aware that we do a Would You Rather most of the time. But today, we're going to have a little bit of a prologue, a little story action, and then have some follow-up questions after that.
Yeah, I wrote something a little special for you folks at home today.
Absolutely. And if you don't like it, I don't care.
It's not like we read the emails. It's fine.
Once we get one, then we'll go.
It'll be
All
from
right.
James.
Oh,
that would be one I would read. All right, guys, let's get into it.
All right.
High on a hill atop the city stood Lee Medical Research Labs. This was no ordinary lab, however. Sal, are you paying attention?
I am.
As it was guarded by a heavily armed private security force. It has tall cement walls several inches thick and is covered in concertina wire. Floodlights keep the compound brightly lit 24/7. The townspeople always wondered what was going on in the fortress. I would too, frankly. What's going on up there? Who owns that?
Right?
In fact, it was a pastime amongst pub patrons and high schoolers alike to imagine out loud how to infiltrate it. Little did the townsfolk know that the scientists there were working on a serum that could grant anyone a superpower. On a day unlike any other, something has been miscalculated and an explosion erupted from one of the wings of the lab. You got to have OSHA in there. They don't have OSHA.
Man.
Well, I mean, if
Then
it's
you're
top
asking for
secret,
this.
you can't be having OSHA in there unless
I mean,
unless OSHA's part of it.
Oh.
They're in on it.
Hey.
You're here. You heard it here first.
Hey, now.
Corey says they're corrupt.
Come at me, OSHA.
Come at him. The entire top of the hill was completely blown off, leveling the immediate area around it. A mix of fire, ash, and unnamed chemicals rose into the atmosphere and would quickly rain down onto the town just below, and eventually spread to the rest of the freaking world.
Ooh.
People want answers. So do I. As they were starting to feel weird, but there's nothing left of the former lab or its workers that could provide them any information.
Wow. It's a mystery.
Yeah.
Scooby and the gang. Got to get in there.
They're on the scene.
Are they part of OSHA
Mystery
too?
machine.
Oh, maybe.
They might be. I know they drive a van. They just abduct people. Who knows what they're up to? James, hearing this scenario, what are your initial thoughts? I need to know.
everybody's dead?
They're gone. It's
All over.
Cale lost it.
We're back.
They're dead.
Doesn't sound like anyone survived.
I mean, yeah, no, that's a very straightforward point of view. I like that. Corey, thoughts?
I would just hope that I wasn't a townsperson living below. That That doesn't
Yeah,
sound
that
very
would-
fun.
That's a bad day.
Fire, ash, and chemicals. It sounds like something else that we all know.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Just imagine having your like dead end, like crap job. Your boss is on your ass all day. You go home, your wife's mad at you or whatever, and then this explosion.
Yeah, this is the last
And then
thing
you're
you
just
need.
raining down chemicals and all kinds of just terrible things onto your house.
Wow.
Just want to
All
know.
those
Yeah.
all those doomsayers would be right though. You know,
Oh,
say we
for
warned
sure.
we warned you in advance.
The doomsday preppers just coming out.
We all grew up next to the
Oh, no.
Rocketdyne factory. Like, this was going to happen. This was
yeah.
a
Oh, yeah.
I brought that
legitimate.
up last episode.
Yeah.
Corey really did. Tyler, thoughts, concerns, comments?
I just want to know how this happened. I mean, come on, like they need to have more control. Come on, man.
Well, obviously somebody was sleeping on the job.
He just screwed it up for everyone, Cale. Now they're all dead.
I love how I get blamed for it. I'm not in there. I didn't run the factory.
Very true.
Well, in any event, guys, we have a follow-up question here. Since that serum the released into in the atmosphere that could grant you a superpower, obviously everyone who's alive who didn't die in this horrific accident is going to acquire some kind of superpower.
Ooh.
So why don't we go round table, choose the superpower, why you chose it, and how you would use it in your everyday lives.
So we wake up with the superpower of our choosing.
Absolutely.
Oh wow!
Yes.
This is the most generous beginning we've ever had to a show.
From catastrophe to just God-given ability.
Yeah, we survived the lab
Through science.
explosion, and now it's just benefits from here. So maybe it was good to be a townsperson.
Ooh. See, a flip of perspective, James. See, you just got to look at it a little bit on a diagonal,
That glass half empty.
and things shape up.
I'm counting the bodies. I'm not looking at the positives.
Oh no.
You're the corner,
I'm
or
counting
what?
the bodies and I'm pointing the
That's your
finger.
job?
Whose fault is this?
Oh my goodness. Well-
James's superpower is just going to be manager.
I want to manage the cleanup effort. Actually, I think I'm going to handle this. Go through all the permits, all the red tape. This is going
I'm
to happen.
Captain Hindsight. Well, you should have done this. Come on,
James,
man.
you're gonna have to.
Captain Hindsight.
James, you're gonna have to open a new morgue because that's gonna be pretty full.
That got blown away.
If I own a morgue, I'm only thinking one thing: profit.
There's no one to collect the bodies at all. It's just you with a mound of people.
In a wheelbarrow,
just
just
a
like going
surplus
down the
Go
hill.
ahead. Monty,
Yep,
what is
yep,
it? Monty,
the plague
Monty
days.
Python.
Yeah, exactly. Bring out
Yeah,
your
exactly.
dead.
Bring out your dead.
There you
Yep,
go.
there it is. Well, Siler, last week you wanted to be Steve Irwin. What do you want to be now?
I want to be a healer.
Ooh, a nurse. Cool.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to have,
Everyday heroes.
like a regeneration power, like to be able to cure people like wounds and whatnot. I think that'd be. a
How
very
would you
cool skill.
regenerate their wounds and stuff? Would you like have to touch them? Would it be psychic?
It'd be
Would
like
you
a-
have to cause the wound for it to heal?
Hey, you! Let me heal that for you.
Yeah.
No.
Can you heal? Can you
undo
heal
my
mental
mistakes.
wounds?
Ooh,
Wow.
that's a big
Deepest
one.
scar.
Because
Mental.
you could really help me out.
I think we could all benefit from a little bit of that.
It'd be like a. I don't know how to explain it. It'd be like a force, like
Ooh,
So
a little cosmic energy.
like a little flash
Okay.
of.
You'd heal people with light?
Could be
Just shine a
Just got those
flashlight at 'em?
UV rays. Just
Yeah.
a wavelength.
Like, okay, do you
Oh yeah.
do you have to touch them to heal them
No,
Okay,
it just
give me the
it emits
parameters.
from my hand.
from your hand? But like, okay, so what's
Yeah.
the range here? 5
Like a
feet,
foot away.
10 feet, right up
Yeah.
close,
6
hovering them.
feet. COVID.
It obviously have to be close to you,
Okay.
not too far, but
Yeah, obviously, James.
There he goes.
yeah.
Okay. We could develop some sort of cerebro device that could amplify it to heal the world.
oh my
man.
gosh.
I
That'd be
was
the
just
mission
an
right there.
infinite healer of the world.
You're just like a giant shield for the whole planet to keep you alive.
Captain Planet, but with wounds.
Oh.
When you heal people, do you heal cancer or just like the wound? What is the extent of your ability, Tyler?
Yeah,
we need
can
to
you
know
just
the
do
limits.
anything and everything?
Is it like Green Mile where you suck the sickness out of them and cough up bugs?
Ooh.
I'm just so
Ooh.
tired, Mr. James.
I don't want to go too crazy. Make me godlike and be like too powerful. You know what? I am actually.
Whoa.
There it is. I don't want to be.
all.
Wait, you know, under further review, I actually like the power. Yes,
I don't
thank
want to
you.
be God, but you know what? I'll be God. I don't want to be,
It's
though.
no problem. You would be worshipped, though, like for sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
For sure. There'd be no way around it, like religiously. Yeah.
Mhm.
Unless somebody had a superpower to cause wounds, and then it would just be a struggle
then it'd
of
be
good and bad.
Eternal battle.
Yeah.
Like physical wounds, deep wounds that you cannot see, maybe like cancer like. I don't know about mental. That goes really deep. But that seems
You do the Vulcan mind melt,
Exactly.
take people's pain away. No, I feel like that would be a very like rewarding power to have, though.
Mhm.
You're literally helping anybody you could.
Mhm.
You could,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's kind of like a selfless thing, but then you just say you wanted to be God. So I don't know if it's completely selfless.
right. Oh man.
Rightfully so, then, man. If you can heal everybody, yeah, maybe you deserve it.
Why not? What about you, Cale? What are you feeling?
Ooh, you're jumping to me?
Yeah, and giving
I'm
you the
going
power.
with instant teleportation to anywhere my mind thinks of.
Oh, okay.
I think it would be so badass. You just like can think of a place and then you open your eyes and you're there.
Would it
Ooh.
have to be a real place? Like if you said, I want to go to Jupiter, but you have no idea what the surface of
Yeah,
Jupiter
it's-
is.
just instantly dead.
Is it Nightcrawler rules? Like if you can't see it, you may end up in a wall or some shit.
I knew you were going to bring this up, James. I had a feeling.
He's deep diving.
No, I appear just like in the middle of open space. I'm never fused to anything
Oh,
in my mind.
Okay.
And Corey, I think it would just be, I would choose places on Earth probably.
Ooh.
Okay.
And this is not a selfless thing because I would just collect all the reward money for all the missing dogs by transporting myself there. Find the dog, teleport back, collect the funds.
There you go.
Easy money.
What's one of the first places you'd go teleport to? Just off the top of your head.
Ooh, the pyramids.
Oh yeah,
For sure. Just be on top of the pyramids out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Cause a ruckus and then just be gone.
Oh, what was that?
Travel.
What was that terrible?
Huh?
There was literally a movie.
Yeah.
What was that shitty
Yeah,
movie?
some
Oh,
along
Sammy
those
J
lines.
was in it.
Was it Chronicle?
No. Jumper.
Yes.
Jumper.
He
That's what it
teleport
is.
to the top of the
Dude, I would
pyramids
do
too.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've forgotten completely about that movie, but I think it would just be so cool, especially in like hostage situations. I'm going in. I'm already behind the guy. Take him out.
You could just
Take the hostage.
you could just
I'm
steal
out.
the hostage and then just teleport and save the day.
Easy
So
money.
when you teleport, you can take people with you, or
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, just by touch. And it doesn't have to be voluntary. You don't have to comply. I'm taking you with me.
When you
okay. So then, are you limited to who you can touch, or is it like transitives? You touch somebody, and they touch somebody, and anybody who's touching you transitively can be transported.
See, Corey, now you're unveiling my new plans for Hands Across America 2023.
Yeah.
And then I'm taking everybody, just displacing millions of people all at once.
now
Coming with me.
can you teleport like non-organic matter? Like, are your clothes coming with you, or are you like butt ass naked when you show up?
Or am I just
Yeah,
always in
Terminator
the
style.
Terminator
Nude.
pose? Yeah, exactly. Just nude 24/7. I
You
wouldn't have to buy any clothes.
just got the leaf. That's all. That's all you need.
A leaf?
I mean,
Just
if
a
you
leaf.
ever got arrested for not wearing clothes, you could just leave.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm out. What are you going to do? Can I like teleport myself back from the dead? Maybe.
Hey,
How long do you think it would
We'll
take
go to the end.
before you start teleporting inside of a bank?
Oh, like
Yeah,
immediately.
okay.
I don't trust myself. I would just be like planning on the money, diving on it like Scrooge McDuck,
Exactly.
and then I'm out. But I teleport in there, but I just take a $10 bill every time I do. I
So
play
they
the
don't know.
long game.
Yeah.
Yeah. The count's always off. I'm just ruining people's lives with the tellers.
You're just
getting
One teller
multiple
that-
people fired.
you're
Right.
watch.
No, but if I had to like seriously use it, I would use it to find like missing people or see the world or just go wherever. Instant vacations.
You're watching a Laker
yeah.
game. You see an empty seat. Boom, you're there.
I'm there.
That's yours now.
It's like there it is, courtside. Beautiful. Well, that would be mine. I'm going to move on to Jimothy
Ooh.
because I
Okay.
know he's looking like he's raring to go.
Well, as a kid, a young chillin' reading comic books, I always wanted Wolverine's powers.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted blades coming out of my
Oh.
knuckles. I thought that was so cool, but it's really impractical and stupid. So I'm gonna
Slice and
choose-
dice.
R.I.P.
So I'm
Stan.
going to choose an equally impractical and stupid power that I could probably use more and go with like Mr. Fantastic or Plastic Man's like shape changing ability.
Ooh.
Not like shape changing,
yeah.
but like foldy, bendy ability. But more Plastic Man, where like he can turn himself into a paper airplane and float. That amazing. It doesn't make any sense and shit, but like shit like that. Also, you know, some weird, cool sex positions that no one else can do.
Yeah.
You know,
The Karma
All right.
Sutra, the Karma Jimmy.
you know,
You can finally bend over and suck your own dick.
exactly.
Good God.
Uh,
We'll be right back.
Yeah,
Gotta
James has to
regroup.
try something quick.
in the words of Kendrick, pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower. I can fuck the world for 72 hours. It's gonna happen.
Yes.
Truth. So would you use those powers
I'm not
for
surprised
good?
it went this route.
Hell no. I mean, sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like you'd steal a lot.
Yes.
He's a super villain.
Or I
1,000%.
don't trust myself. Are you kidding me? If I have godlike powers, I'm not gonna like hurt people that I know of. Well, I don't know until I have it. But who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they get in my way, they get in
You
my
know?
way. That's James's approach right now. All right.
Just bending around the planet.
No, I'm not gonna hurt people. But
Yep.
like, if the rules don't apply to me anymore, I'm gonna live my life as such.
Hmm.
Well, I
That
mean,
tracks.
if you have a superpower, you're basically a god. So I'd agree that rules don't apply to you anymore.
Yeah.
What if Siler heals you
Well,
and he takes your powers away?
Oh,
I just make
Oh,
myself.
no.
What are they gonna do? I make myself super elastic. Bullets just bounce off. Knives don't penetrate. What do
But
they
what
do?
if you get
But you
shot
can't
from
avoid
behind?
Siler's touch.
Your body just contorts to it.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So it's a natural
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Like I give myself 3 days before
Oh.
I go insane with power. Like
That's a pretty
That
long
long,
time
huh?
to wait.
yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't know.
He's building
Oh,
it
it's
up,
in the
okay?
first 24 hours, but you know. Yeah, he wants to spread it out. He's not going to go full crazy immediately.
Yeah, he's got to test all of his powers and the limits of his abilities.
There you go.
Absolutely. Well, that's three very different answers. I'm I'm kind of cautious, but optimistic for Corey's answer.
I want to have the ability to basically make copies of myself. I know that there's like some superhero that has something like that.
Damn, Agent Smith.
There's multiple.
Oh, there you go.
That was so cool,
Mr.
man.
Anderson.
Yeah.
There's
I think that would be really great because I need a lot of help getting this podcast like coordinated. So just having like 3 or 4 of me, that'd be pretty superb for
So
me.
your superpower would be making your own assistants of yourself?
Exactly.
Would you make each of your clones a different personality, though, but they all be the same one of you? How would
They'd
you?
have to be exactly like me. Same brain chemistry, same thought
Gotcha.
patterns. That way I'm just coordinating with myself and like it's not just me talking to a mirror every day.
Oh.
now.
What if you-
Okay.
What if you get confused and like forget who the real Corey is?
Doesn't matter because that clone can just make a clone.
Ah,
Ooh, so the clones can clone. Damn.
Jesus! It's here we go. This is how it starts.
You would have an army immediately.
This is how it starts.
An army to face
You heard
Jimmy.
it first here from Corey.
Now, I believe there's an X-Men, multiple man. I want to say he's an X-Men. I don't know. It's been a while.
That is the worst name ever.
Okay.
Multiple
Yes.
man.
Who has that exact power? But he's slowly driven insane, or he's just not all there anymore because he can't tell
like
if
that.
he's the original anymore. The original may have
Oh.
died.
Yeah.
And he's feels like he's less and less of himself with each copy that he's made. How does that?
See, I'm okay as the original dying. As long as I know that like the rest of me can just continue on.
You guys got this,
Like
right?
I'm assuming like my body would like age in real time, regardless
Right.
of how the copies
Correct.
turn out. But the copies would turn out as me at that age.
Right, with all the
In
memories.
time.
But technically,
Right.
that copy hasn't lived those memories, that existence. It knows them.
Doesn't matter. I've always it's like the Star Trek universe. Kill the original during the transport, and the next one's a clone, and you just gotta live with it.
Corey, couldn't you, if you were
Just gotta go for it.
aging, couldn't you just peel the skin off the other clone and just place it on your on your body, and you just have a fresh set of skin?
I mean,
Tyler.
that
Whoa, what?
What kind of
That's not
Hannibal
how-
Lecter?
I don't think that's how skin or the body works.
I don't.
Ian over here.
I was about to say, Mr. Dean, Mr. Soto.
I mean, I could do like easy like organ transplants with myself
That's true.
if I started
Ooh.
young, get that
You could live
like,
forever.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as I turn 18, like
Just transfer
harvest
them
a
over.
bunch of my organs and then just freeze them.
Freeze them, yeah. It could.
You could make a lot of money on the
Possibility.
black market just like cloning yourself, killing them, selling those organs right away.
Dude, what if I
Just killing
flooded
them.
the black market with my damaged liver and kidneys?
Perfect. I got him.
Tyler's out.
He's out of there. I'm not
Well,
sure I'm too comfortable with Siler's thought process there.
Yeah.
Corey, couldn't you rip off your own skin off of one of your living clones and put it back on yourself?
That
I mean, technically
not
I
age?
could.
I mean,
was a fierce jump.
The roast.
I mean,
the roasters.
we were kind of all over the place. I think I'm going to take a few minutes to talk these guys off the air and try to regroup a little bit, get some order back in this superpower episode. So
That might be for the best.
Check back in a few. Check back in a few. Tyler, what the fuck was that? Rip your skin off and put it on yourself. All right, everybody. I think I've calmed down the crew here a little bit. I'm not sure what we're in store for, but I think we're back on a relatively level head. Tyler, are you feeling all right?
I'm good, man. Never better.
I don't know.
The sickness is making him delirious.
It's getting to my head.
That was a frightening thing to experience. So I'm not so sure what's going on. But my next question was going to be following up on that. If everyone in the world somehow, in the storyline, it spread everywhere, so everybody was going to wake up with a superpower. What do you think the overall cause and effect, or how bad things would be if everyone had your power? I think I'm going to start with Corey on this one, because if everybody had the ability to make clones,
Yeah.
take it away, dude, because that seems like that could be wildly irresponsible.
Yeah, I don't think it would go well for the planet. I like it would be a different kind of Clone Wars.
Oh,
Hopefully a better one.
You know what? I honestly don't see this power with multiple people or everybody having this power. I don't see this going over well for planet Earth or humanity, like as a
Overpopulation?
whole.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because it would be like immediate, and people would, I don't know, just immediately start cloning themselves. I think I would. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I'd have my own basketball team of myself.
How quick can you make these clones, Corey? Is it instant, like with a snap, or is it like a process where you have to develop like a human body?
Accelerated growth hormones.
Yeah, I kind of
What's the
imagined it
timetable?
like a snap, but thinking about it like an osmosis kind of thing would be interesting too, where I have to like wait a period
The
of time.
incubation period.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Interesting.
So, well, here's the
Yeah.
other thing with the snap too is like I had the idea of creating the clones, but I didn't have an idea of like, to me that they were, to me those clones are disposable. So like if one of them dies, like there would be complete apathy from myself and the rest of the clones, just because like, I don't know, life wouldn't
Just
be as
make another
valuable.
Right.
Very interesting.
I guess.
What
so, yeah,
what about you guys?
hold
Could you
that
guys see
much
any
value.
positive to everybody on Earth having the ability to clone themselves?
Clone
I mean-
themselves?
murder wouldn't happen if it's instantaneous clones. Like,
Yeah, I think murder would be like redefined, right?
yeah. I mean, I guess murder
Right,
would happen,
because-
but no one would die.
It wouldn't hold the weight that it does now.
I mean, like, all crimes
So, like-
could be stopped in a sense, because, you know, a woman gets assaulted, all of a sudden there's 50 of her. But then again, the guy makes 50 of him. So that's the thing. If everyone has the same power, it's not really special anymore. So,
Right, it's just life now.
I mean, we're going to run out of
Well,
food
I
real
think
fucking fast.
Yeah, we'd have to start eating our clones.
Just have to.
Because there's going to be people that don't have your thought, and they're going to like make clones of themselves and see each one of them as special and human, and say that they all have rights. And now we have a whole different argument to go through.
Right.
Well, that's when
And
I think
who's
we
held
just
accountable.
we ground everybody down, and that's how we have Soylent.
You know,
Ooh.
there you go.
You know, I think my power is the most eco-friendly and sustainable, purely for the fact that we create our own food sources and face masks.
I mean, hey, it all depends on how people taste. If you know the answer to that out already, which I feel like maybe you do because you chose this power, you know.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I think it's a felony to admit to it on air. So why don't we turn this over to you, James? What about your power, huh? What if
Yeah, James, if everyone's Elastic Man,
yeah,
how is the world looking?
stretchy?
Yeah, pretty stretchy. Transportation would change. But I feel like changes like that would, like transportation would change. But I'm really not sure what else would. We'd have to develop new weapons, but that's really about it, as far as I can think of.
So you said you could get shot like in the back of the head and still be okay because your body is just immediately like plastic like that.
Mhm.
Has plasticity, I should say.
Right.
So like, how would you
So
die?
no one would die.
Just
Yeah.
old age
Yeah,
and
you wouldn't
sickness?
Yeah, like murder, stuff like that wouldn't happen. At least by the weapons that we have now.
Yeah.
You know, Plastic Man they develop weapons to, like, in Elastic Man, you know, all of them have some sort of weakness that would then, you know, become the new weapon. So I guess it would eventually happen. But
Wait, could we drown you?
you could drown. But again, like, how do you drown someone who can just make his nose go infinitely long?
Pinocchio.
Damn.
Lock him in like a clear plastic container?
How do you lock someone that can keep stretching?
Yeah, I might do it.
Damn, that's
Bust
a good
out
point.
of there.
Break
Yeah.
out.
You have to set traps. That's when you go like super villain
Yeah,
mode.
you got to be
That's like a super
full-on
lazy Houdini.
Batman level of like plans on plans on plans.
Okay,
Yeah.
but what
Right.
if you were like set on fire?
I mean, that would kill you.
Yeah.
That would kill you. The
Yeah.
burning would still work. I guess freezing to death would still work.
Yeah, you'd still feel pain,
Yeah.
right?
You just have all this pain and no way to die, except for like the most excruciating ways.
Exactly.
So if we threw like
Shit.
acid on you, like you'd be okay.
Damn.
no, acid would kill. So yeah, it would have to
Okay.
take. I guess projectiles and bladed weapons would just be more.
So what you're saying is we have to defeat you with the elements.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, fire, water,
Yeah.
Earth.
Captain Planet.
Yeah. It would, like, flamethrowers would be the new go-to.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Then you just melt into a true puddle.
Exactly.
Ooh. It's not good.
What would be the pros though? What would be the pros to everybody on Earth having the ability to infinitely stretch?
They would get less cramps.
You turn
Come on,
into a
Corey.
bouncy
Less
ball or a
cramps.
spring, and you just go to work.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, elevators, things like that. Things like that wouldn't become necessary. Let me think.
Our world would be so vertical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like engineering and construction would be completely rearranged or changed from then on.
I don't think we would really have sports, or maybe
Yeah.
just like one sport.
Yeah,
Right.
sports would definitely change.
Yeah, everybody would. Athleticism would be out the window. It's just
Anybody could, you could be
Freakish.
any height, and you could, be in basketball or whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
right.
I mean, someone in good shape is still going to have a lot more energy than go power than someone
right.
fatter. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
But
sports
if
would
you're
change.
fat, can't you just make it so your stretchy skin makes you thin?
Oh,
That's true.
So would you be fat? Would anyone be fat
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah. You could
in
just
your world, James? You anti-fatty.
It's a fat phobic world.
I guess not. I guess you could just shrink it down.
You heard it here, folks. James's perfect world.
Everybody can be over 6 feet tall.
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh,
Do you think?
yeah.
I don't think human shape would stay the same. I think everybody would like try to find a way to express themselves through the shapes that they
That's
take.
true. People would get tails, cat ears. Maybe
Yeah.
they just make themselves a giant ear. I don't know what people are into.
Ew, but imagine
Ooh.
it's like human skin cat ears.
Yeah.
You know, like
Ugh.
those Persian cats.
Mm-hmm.
Are
Damn.
they Persian? I don't know. The
hairless
hairless
cats,
cats.
Egyptian.
The Sphinx
Yeah.
cats. That's
They're
what
an
they are.
abomination, Corey.
They are.
You
They
don't like
truly
them?
are.
You don't like him, Cale
No.
or Corey?
No. What are you,
Horrible.
Mr. Bigglesworth?
Horrible
What's wrong with
things.
you, Siler? All right. Well, we went down some dark paths with Corey and James, per usual. Siler, how would the world be if everyone could heal everyone at any time?
Nobody would do it.
right?
Just, I'm not going to heal you.
Yeah,
Just
a lot of people
Cross
would.
your arms. Nope.
Yeah, they'd be pretty much independent. A lot of people would be lose their jobs in the medical field, so I think that would be like a con.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I
true.
don't think there would be a medical
Yeah.
field anymore.
Yeah,
You
Outside
wouldn't-
of
you
like
wouldn't need it.
vaccine research and
Yeah.
stuff.
everyone
Yeah,
could heal.
medicine wouldn't necessarily matter.
So
You would be able to like
You're
heal.
not willing to hear my mental wounds, so shrinks are at an all-time high.
Shrinks are
Yeah.
getting paid.
but yeah, thankfully we have our the medical field that we have today. Shout out to Lester. Thank you for everything that you do.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Less tour.
You are
Everyday
frontline hero, baby.
exactly.
Frontline God.
So yeah, I mean, like a pro would be, everyone could heal themselves. There would be less sickness in the world. But at the same time, the people that were in the medical field would lose their jobs, and what they go to now. That's what I see.
Right.
All right, so I got a thinker for you, buddy.
Let's do it.
Oh,
if
no.
we're healing things, including wounds, cancers, things like that, like
Mhm.
at what point would we stop aging? Because if we could make it on a cellular level that we're constantly healing ourselves, then they would never grow old and eventually die.
I actually
Or
thought
become
about that.
cancer.
So it'd
Yeah.
just be immortal.
Yeah, you're basically
Yeah.
like a
Everyone would be
god. Yeah,
immortal.
no one would really die. That's another thing. So
Population would happen.
it'd be another
so quick.
overpopulation happen too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could still starve to death, right? Like that's not a sickness.
Could you?
Could you heal that? No.
Mm,
Well, so you'd
think
have to
James
ask
is
what
right.
happens to the body once it starts breaking down out of being starved to death.
yeah.
Right.
So you got like 28 days without food or something like that. You could just repair or cellularly what's going on.
Yeah. So
right.
you don't,
So you
you
would
don't
have
even
to
need to
go
eat.
all the way to
eat
death's
anymore.
door, and then it would just like heal yourself.
You would just
Wow.
be starved.
Everybody would be vegan.
Very true.
True. Nobody would need to eat ever.
They would
Yeah.
just be that have.
Dehydration wouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
Damn.
You would just
No one would starve.
you would
Yeah.
just be miserable all the time because you're lacking your vitamins and
That's true.
Everybody's just like super old and hungry and pissed off, and nobody can die.
It's just everybody's
I
really
just
grumpy.
want to go, man.
I just
I
want to
think-
die.
I think that I found what kind of villain I would be in your universe, Tyler.
Let me
Oh,
hear
no.
it.
I was thinking like, okay, eventually somebody would like want to be a necromancer, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, somebody does die and then you bring them back. Well, I'm thinking, what if you're the type of a villain who makes it so nobody could die? We're like, I mean, we're already talking about this, but like, if you get somebody and then you just keep them in a constant state of torture and misery for the rest of their life,
God.
you could keep them alive forever in like just a state of suspension.
Like the sloth murderer in Seven, just like keeping that dude
Cale.
alive.
He's thinking something.
I think we're going to get flagged.
Demonetized instantly.
I'm thinking we're getting flagged for this one.
Nah.
Like, oh, Snyler, I know that you want to heal everyone and everything, but like, couldn't you torture people forever?
If you wanted.
If you wanted it, so it's on a whim. It's up to you.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Oh man. So
All right. Well, we haven't heard from the master himself.
Ooh.
Let's
hear it.
I think I have a similar con for mine as Tyler. I mean, if everybody had instant teleportation, you would need no automotive industry, no public transportation, no airplanes, no anything.
That's true.
Really other than goods. And then maybe you could even transport that them yourself. Like if there's a ship and I touch the ship and I teleport, can I just take the whole ship with me to another harbor?
Jeez.
Yeah, I guess so.
That'd be pretty
So
wild.
like you would literally not be burning any fuels other than like, I guess the energy to like run our homes and stuff like that. But then you'd be putting how many millions of people out of work?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is like if everybody has this power, then I think that technologically the society that you would be a part of, Cale, would be so advanced that you wouldn't have to worry about work ever again. At least not in the way that we think about it now. Because
Right.
like if you didn't have to build up a technology that gets you from one place to the other, like you would have space travel really, really quickly, because that would be probably
That's
one of the
true.
first things. It's like I can go anywhere on this planet except for off of this planet. Everybody needs to work on that now.
Right.
And then you have
That
this
would be
whole
like a main
intergalactic like network of planets that you can blink in and out of.
Jeez.
Damn.
Wow.
I think like, yeah, that's like a huge thing is a positive. Like you said, we'd advance, I think, like very rapidly, but also like we wouldn't be like doing all the damage and emission stuff to the earth. So it could give the earth a chance to kind of heal because we're not burning fossil fuel. We're not doing oil. We're not doing like that on a insane scale.
Yeah.
So all of that kind of gets like reverted. Can see the LA skyline clearly.
Unless you
Wow,
take
I'll be
all
first.
unless you take all the emissions in that point of time. How do I explain this? This is really weird.
I wrap him in Jimmy. Elastic Boy. Just put him all the pollution in James.
Oh,
You take all
Shoot him
the
off
pollution
into the-
that you were from that area. You transported that to the area that you are now. So you just bring over everything.
Just
all the smog, all
touch everything. It's all over. Yeah, smog everything. I think that would be good, but then I didn't think of this until right now, and I'm not sure why. It's kind of a sketch comment.
Let's hear
But
it.
wouldn't no, I'm arguing with myself in my brain. My thought was when a lot of abductions happen
Not
by
if you could just
someone
blink
grabbing
away.
you and then going, but then yeah, you would just instantly be gone too.
Then they just
Because you'd be instantly able to transport. So like you would be able to escape any situation. So would you really like be fearful of anything if you literally could just be like, okay, I'll be somewhere and that person has no idea where you went?
Yeah.
I think
Well,
Damn, the game of tag would be
I
insane.
think crime would be at its highest ever.
You would
You
do
think?
a bunch of stuff and then you would just blip yourself away.
Not I myself personally, but other people. Cale,
Oh, I think you
Nah.
would. I saw that look.
get out of here.
The people at home didn't see that look. I saw that look.
Well, you're wrong.
So you have this insidious twinkle in your eye whenever we're talking about crime. So I don't know. What? Give me an example. I want to follow. I want to follow this. Like what type of crime would be like? You're talking about bank robberies,
Yeah.
like James suggested
basic-
almost
the
immediately
basic- yeah.
when he found out my power.
Bank robberies. What else?
But in that society level, like Corey said, maybe we'd be so advanced that monetary values wouldn't necessarily mean that much.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the whole social structure of money would be maybe dissolved.
Right. Well,
Right.
as soon as the world has a power, the government, every world's government's first issue is going to be how to block that power and make it so it's not special, or how you can't use it.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of
They're trying
time
to keep tabs on you.
before some technology is involved to where it's like you can only use it if
Some
you
kind of
pay
force field or something.
you can go to Hawaii, but you got
You have to pay
pay
a subscriber
a
fee,
flight fee to Hawaii.
$8 a month.
Yeah.
Right. No, I get you. That's a fair point. Well, Jimmy, I hate to tell you this, but I got to teleport to the banyo. We'll be back.
Oh no.
I'll follow.
All right, we're back in the lair. Everyone's accounted for. Now we're going to be diving into something we've been pretty dark this episode. Shocking. So we're gonna switch it up, plot twist a little bit, and say what power would be most beneficial to mankind.
Ooh.
Does anybody have one that's on the top of your brain you want to get on out there?
I think world hunger, to be able to solve world hunger.
Oh, I thought world hunger was going to be the superpower.
Oh no.
Starve everyone, famines. Tyler's an angry god.
To be able to feed anyone in need that can't,
Right.
I think that'd really help, everyone as a whole in every part of the world, actually. Yeah.
1,000%. I have no opposing view to that.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure people can eat is something that should be happening already.
Exactly.
I shouldn't take that to do it, but I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how would you go about that, Tyler? Like you say a power, like what does that entail? Like you're able to grow the crops yourself?
I'm able
or
to summon a fruit from my hand.
So you have to just shoot out 1 million apples like a day out of your hands? Rapid firing them at people?
Oh, I just can imagine that. Just
What kind of fruit of the loom Greek god are you?
catch. Oh my god! Imagine if this is weird. Imagine if
Oh no. What?
Oh,
no, I got it right now. No
You
way.
can't pass this off.
I need
imagine
it now.
the fruit grew from your body, it protruded from you like an apple
like
tree, and
tumors.
people had. I don't.
Damn, you're growing a freaking grapefruit out of your elbow.
You ain't gonna.
Oh my god, Tyler!
You ain't gonna
People have to
end
just pick
world
it from your
Go to
hunger
body.
sleep.
with the amount of fruit you can just grow out of your body.
Are you saying every single person could grow their own fruit from their own body? So
Amen.
you would sustain yourself? Is that what you're talking about?
What if you're able to eat I know this doesn't happen in real life.
Another person?
No.
Are you saying
Well, what if you were
superpowers don't happen in real life?
What if you were to eat the seed of the fruit that you wanted, and it was it planted inside
Well,
of
that's
you?
why you don't eat seeds now, because they grow inside your tummy.
It will grow inside. That's why you don't have a watermelon.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Very true.
I saw that Rugrats episode.
I like your idea, Tyler, and I'm horrified by
it's
your
really-
plans to make it
Yeah,
happen.
very
your,
left
your
field.
body
I do
horror fruit exercise.
Yeah. So, aping off of Tyler's
Oh,
idea,
man.
mine was Man-Things / Poison Ivy's control of plants. So then you can just control plants, or in Man-Thing's case, you tap into the green, which is the interconnected minds of all plants throughout the world. You can control all plants everywhere, grow them,
Oh,
sustain them. Any area that just has fallen, like a city that's no longer there or whatever reason, like some small town becomes desolate, you turn it into a cornucopia, and you
What
just
did you
go
say,
from there.
James?
A cornucopia.
What did you?
Oh yes! You heard the bingo word.
Sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, that was the secret word of
If
the
you could
day.
see-
And
Damn.
James, afterwards, you get a special treat, buddy.
All right.
Made from the
If you
fruit
could've
of my
seen-
arms.
Oh God! Oh.
You want some Tyler fruit?
That
See,
that physically
and
upset
then I don't
me.
have to eat fruit that came out of Tyler's crotch.
Damn, the crotch fruit, Siler. The perversion.
That's where he grows his grapes.
Oh yeah, bountiful harvest.
He had to step away to cough.
Oh my goodness.
So James, you try and control like plants through like nature and like touch.
Yeah, well, it's not necessarily through touch. Like, the man thing, I guess he's eventually becomes made of plants and reborn of plants. So he is connected to the green, which is he is connected to every living cellular plant across the entire planet.
Ooh.
Yeah, like Mother Nature, exactly.
Okay.
So, you know, he can feel the Amazon forest getting cut down in a certain area and can help out there or wherever. So you would just have that kind of interconnectivity to know where or when you need to grow shit.
Yeah. There, you know.
So do you?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Corey.
No, you go ahead, Tyler.
Oh, I will.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Okay.
All right, Cale.
I have nothing.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Siler.
Tyler.
Okay.
No,
Thank you.
no, go ahead, James.
Oh yeah.
Breaking
Okay,
Tyler
so,
every 2 minutes.
You were saying about like the plants that are in the forest that were being cut down. Would you actually feel that pain of the forest being torn apart by humanity?
So you would, but you're also feeling all the things of all the world's plants. So that's only a fraction.
Damn.
You know, like if
It's
you're
like a little
thinking of
pinch.
again
get
going
it.
back to Mother Nature, like that's a stub toe in the great scheme of things.
But that like there's a lot of plants around the world that die every second. Like I got a
Right.
house plant that's currently doing it.
Right.
Oh no.
So like if you have what 8 billion people on the planet and each of them own one plant that's dying, wouldn't that hurt?
Yeah. But how many plants are growing at the same time?
I mean,
Ah.
beyond billions.
Damn it.
The Earth
Exactly.
is pretty
Yeah.
big.
Right.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
it's a
true.
balance, okay? Ah.
That would hurt
Wow.
like hell.
Wow.
So, I wanted to say there's just to digress a little bit on that power. There's actually something that the forest bed currently does that is basically what you're talking about, where it communicates with each other. I've told you guys, how much I've been studying mushrooms and mycology and stuff, and they're finding out that mycelium, which is what grows mushrooms, it's like this white spider web looking thing, and it grows underground, and that's like the body of the mushroom.
Whoa.
But what it does is there's the several different ways that mushrooms grow. We know that plants feel pain when they're cut or when they're eaten, and mushrooms more or less do the same. But the mycelial network under forest beds basically says like, oh, there's an area of the forest that needs nutrients, so we're going to transfer that nutrients via plants, trees, and mycelium from this area to this area so it gets more. And we're finding that the forest actually does communicate a lot with each other depending on what's growing and what's dead.
Interesting.
That's amazing.
Wow.
I've seen that some videos of what you're talking about. They'll take big pieces of the ground, flip it over, and it is that spider web kind of interlocking tunnels of everything like underneath the ground. It's really cool to look at.
Are they like veins or
So,
roots?
yeah,
What would you
that's
describe
awesome.
it as, Corey?
Like I would describe it as like cobwebs, because that's what
Okay.
it looks like, is just a cobweb, spider web of white. It's called mycelium that grows and weaves its way throughout the forest floor.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
All right.
So, Corey, what would be your beneficial to mankind power? What strikes your mind?
Well, I can't really think of anything other than just technology. And I know we were talking about a little bit
Right.
on the break, but technological advances, I think, is one of the strongest things that mankind has to offer.
Right.
It would be either that or the invention of spoken communication. I think that communication is a power in and of itself. I mean, we have words and different dialects and languages that makes us understand concepts from our brain and express that to where other people can understand that. And like, just as a I guess a parallel to that, like when I think about how dogs communicate, it's by sense, it's by smell, it's
Right.
by
Mhm.
it's not a vocal thing between dogs unless they're barking or whatever. And
Right.
so yeah, I think communication and technology are our biggest superpowers as a species.
Right. Those are pretty good answers. I would say for what I would choose for a very beneficial superpower, if there were to be one, would be able to, I don't know how I would go about this logistically, but I would like make myself like a superconductor of energy to where I could power power grids and all kinds of stuff to where it would like eliminate like not the need for like coal or anything like that, but like something to where it's like a reactor site, and I would just be able to like go Super Saiyan.
Like a perpetual
And, like,
motion
charge,
machine that just it creates energy just by its existence.
Yeah, it would take enough of me to like jump start it, and then it has that like always a pendulum of energy swinging back and forth to where it's like forever creating energy that we wouldn't need to like worry about. You could just like harvest
Yeah.
it.
So basically, you want to be a modern day Zeus.
And you'd be willing
Yes, I have the beard
to
for
lock
it.
yourself up in this power plant all day to just give the world its power.
Does it drain you though?
Oh, I'm drained. I'm on low battery.
Oh no.
No, I mean, like, I would imagine if in my mind, what I'm like talking about, like in terms of like energy level, it would be like almost like an explosion of like energy to where like it would be harnessed somehow to where it's like I'm not there
Okay.
Oh,
as like the Energizer Bunny
Gotcha.
like all the
I
time.
thought it was
I'm,
coming like emitting
every
from your
so
body.
often.
Yeah.
I'm like recharge it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but like it would be like this conductor of force, like the magnitude we've never seen, to where you're like blasting it, and like this reactor just like reacts to that level of power.
Yeah.
Iron Man.
To where it will power however long, and
That's like
and do
Tony Stark's
do
arc
that work.
reactor, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's pretty similar. I didn't think about that, but yeah.
That'd be
So
awesome.
I think something like that would eliminate a lot of problems and just do better for the planet in terms of like the planet and mankind. If like all power's already provided, you wouldn't have to do all these things that we're doing currently.
Yeah, true.
Mhm.
Well,
Awesome.
on that level, what if you were like
Oh.
Captain Atom or Molecule Man, or Franklin Richards, who has just the ability to create universes or atoms or molecules at a whim, just turn whatever into whatever. Then
Right.
you literally are God,
Yeah.
and you can solve.
Yeah, if you have the power of creation, I mean,
Right,
at that point,
What's
Can
stopping
we-
you
I
from
would make
anything?
you could make another world,
Yeah.
right, exactly.
or destroy this one completely and just start over.
The biggest question is, can we trust you, Cale?
No.
Our life is in your hands. Corey, right away.
I mean, I would
No.
assume there would be shrines,
Yeah.
temples,
Ah.
stuff like that nature, if you want.
The statues all have to be life size though, so about 200 feet tall.
Yeah. Yeah. So if I just like don't like one thing, like I don't trust my temperament actually. So no, you cannot trust me.
yeah,
If I
yeah.
get pissed off, I'll just like nuclear react
Oh,
like out of
and you-
nowhere, like the
turn
the
you-
Goodwill.
just turn
This
you to
is
dust.
$3.99,
Yeah.
not $4.99. Just explode.
Right.
Everybody's gonna have to pay a subscription fee for you to stay alive.
To keep living. I'm gonna need $5 from everybody. You don't got it, you're gone. Vaporized.
That's when you have to
man.
get into
It went evil again.
right.
It just always circles back to that.
Well,
We can't even take the power trip like in our minds
No.
without going evil.
well, that's the issue, and that's when you get into There's a comic book writer named Grant Morrison who states that Superman, what makes him super is that he's super in every single way, including his ethics and his morals, and that's why he's able to have all these powers, and we can trust him. You need someone that is entirely uncorruptible.
100%
isn't.
altruistic.
Exactly.
So you're saying that I am 100% not getting the job.
I'm saying anyone who has that power for more than a week is
Yeah.
you're one step away
Yeah.
from becoming a
Just
the end of the world.
fake it.
Yeah, I think like even if you have the ability to do all this good, somehow in your psyche there's going to be this kind of void that happens to where I don't know. It's just the potential for things to go awry seems super strong whenever you have these situations of like unlimited power.
Right.
You know, I was just thinking too, like,
if
what if like, because like I'm assuming you're susceptible to old age, right? Superman's susceptible to old age, right? They get old.
Yeah, just
Okay. Even if it's slowly, you still age. And I wonder, like,
Right,
since
you're
we're
still
humans and Cale were saying that you had this power as a human from this lab explosion, you know, I always think like, what if you had all of the powers available, but towards the end of your life, you get dementia or something where you're not there or in control of your body or what it can do anymore. And then you have the world's most powerful being who can destroy the entire planet just for waking up wrong.
Right. That would be definitely I think like a likely or like a plausible fear, because if you have any kind of like you said, dementia, and I just like wake up one day and I'm completely like overwhelmed by that, who's to say like how I conduct my power, right? It could just be purely emotion based or like your physical reaction to things. Could literally like just nuke from like being overwhelmed by like your brain trying to process information, and you just like don't know where you're at or what's happening, and you just like implode.
Couldn't
that would be really scary.
Couldn't you also forget how to use that power if you have dementia?
That's true. I could forget that I even have it, and then people try to tell me, "Yeah, you can like Super Saiyan and like power the whole."
Remember,
city.
you're that one god.
Like, what the hell are you talking about? Get away from me!
Hey, didn't you used to be God?
Yeah, man. Well, what have you been doing?
What have you done with your time?
I'm retired, bro. I put in the time. Speaking of putting in the time, I want to thank you, James, for being a guest on the show. We love you.
Yeah.
And I knew you were going to do well in a comic book-esque power trip type of way.
Love it.
And you did not disappoint, my friend.
Well, thank you for having me. This was amazing.
And Corey, your one of your superpowers is being on Instagram. So where can people?
That's really the only power I have, actually. I'm hoping it doesn't get taken away from me for all of the nude shots that I keep posting.
Oh.
No, I think they're tasteful.
Thank you.
They're tastefully done.
And that's what I keep saying.
That's what you were going for.
Corey Andre, tasteful nudes at Instagram. And if you want to see him, if you want to find him, follow me on Instagram at Corey.Andre, COREY.ONDREY. I promise full frontal is allowed, despite how many times they flag me. Tyler, you've seen him. I know you have an Instagram too. What is it?
You won't see any nudes on my Instagram, but you can. Yeah.
I love that you had to preface that. But you won't see any nudes on my Instagram. Oh, Mr. Holier Than Thou.
You'll have to go to his Twitch for that.
Oh, my God. Go ahead, Tyler.
Okay.
Tell them all of your socials.
On Instagram, you can find me at Teelo43. That's TEELO and the number 43. Sometimes when I'm not being pestered by these...
You...
Sorry.
I like it.
Sometimes I occasionally stream on Twitch when I'm not doing the podcast. So you can find me there at Sushi Moose. That's just sushi and then moose after that. What about you, Cale?
Very nice.
Where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as... What is my name? Tall Tail Cale. Underscores in between each word, and then bearded_giant on TikTok. We would have plugged James, but he's a hermit and doesn't believe in any of that, and he thinks it's a vast wasteland, and we're wasting all of our time.
Yeah, James
anywhere.
has seen
No.
none of my nudes.
No.
That's
No,
disappointing.
nudes. Not even in person.
What level Patreon subscriber do I have to be to get nudes of all of you,
See, that's
especially Tyler?
Top
That's what's
top
great.
tier.
I don't have a Patreon. I'm on OnlyFans. So if you want to fund...
It's on Only
Well, I knew
Bras.
that. I've already got you. I'm more interested in Tyler right now.
Good point.
Oh.
Good point.
Tyler, how much is it going to take?
It's not happening.
What if if James becomes vegan?
Okay, we can talk.
Come on, man.
One tasteful shot.
We can talk. We can talk then.
Okay.
There we go. The discussion's been laid. The groundwork is laid.
I'll
boys.
text you.
We're going to get this deal done. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Weekly Tall Talk. We love you. We love the support.
Yes.
We appreciate it. We want to hear about your superpowers or just how terrible ours were. And feedback is important either way. You can't hurt our feelings anymore. So just hit us up and let us know what's going on.
All right.
No, we love to hear from you guys. In all honesty, it's been great to have all the listens and on episode 8 now, which is wild. And many more to come, many more in the pipe. And if you want to hear Siler progressively get more insane as time goes on, which it seems like is happening naturally, tune in next week.
I'm here all week.
We'll catch you then.
Yes. We'll see you then.
All right. Take care.
Jimmy.
Bye, everybody.
I'll tell you later.
This show has been brought to you by the Tall Tale Network. If you enjoy our content, please consider following us on Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon, where we can be found as Tall Tale Network. If you subscribe to our Patreon, you'll get an invite to our Discord server, where we will be answering questions and posting our sources from each week's episode. If you have any tall tales you want us to talk about, please email us at talltalenetwork@gmail.com. Let's ride!